always get out if you want to. You don't have to walk all the way around. Okay? You can get out there. She keeps waving at me. That's my producer. Welcome to Vegas Live with Ninon. Well, you're probably seeing different scenes lately because that's what Vegas Live does. We're shooting all over the place. As you know, we introduce many restaurants, especially in Vegas, obviously, because that's where we film. And today we have Siena Trattoria Italian Restaurant. It's at 9500 Sahara Avenue, I believe, and they have a fabulous menu. They also have happy hour, 3 to 7, and also they have a regular menu here in the restaurant, in the bar area. So this is all new to me, so if I'm messing things up, which I don't ever mess anything up because it's okay. And Ned is laughing because he says, well, hang on a second, Nina, you do mess up sometimes, because we're only human, and I love being human. Actually, what else could I be? Anyway, we've got Sally. Well, now I've got Sally laughing as well now. See, if I keep cracking these jokes, I could become a comedian. How are you two?
We're
great.
Extremely busy.
A little tired.
Extremely busy. They're extremely busy. They're extremely happy. Obviously, you know, they represent the carpenters, and you were just, and I have to bring this up because last time I interviewed you, you were doing a show at Downey. Now, you, as you all know, the carpenters came from Downey. And you had a show, you had 750 people or a full house.
Yeah.
Well, tell me what happened.
Sure. Yeah, we were there. The show was May 21st, and it's about, I think it's 738 seats.
Mm-hmm.
We sold out, and it was a very exciting show and such an honor and a thrill to perform in Downey, the home of the
How
Carpenters.
did you feel representing, you know, the Carpenters and being in Downey, and you're actually where it all started from, and this is what you kind of represent and what you do. How did you feel being there?
As for me, it felt very electric. It felt there was an honor. We actually invited Richard and his wife Mary, but it was their wedding anniversary that weekend. But we wished them a happy anniversary from the stage.
Of course,
and
yes.
Wow, because it's from Downey and it's all Downey audience, they get it more than anybody.
Because they know that that's what that was their band, that was their people, that was their
And it was
stuff.
a massive stage. And for Sally's Karen Carpenter drum feature, they even had a side stage with a curtain, ta-da! And then she got to do her
usually I
song.
have, usually I have put these sparkly cloths over, and then I do my own reveal. But we took advantage of these side stages, so when it was time, the curtain comes up, and people love that.
How did you feel? You know, you're actually being on their territory, and you're actually doing that. How did you feel for that? Because you've been through this a long time together, and you've built this incredible sort of team up as the two of you. And how did you feel when you were kind of on stage and performing?
Oh God, exciting!
Yeah.
I mean,
Kind of a goosebump kind of.
I was going to say, you're playing these drums. Mm-hmm. You know, this is what she was known for.
Yeah.
I think the start of her career, I'm not sure.
Yes, she started out as a drummer.
As a drummer, didn't she? And that's what you sort of did.
Yeah, for me it was kind of the
I
opposite.
would be petrified.
Because I started out as a singer and then learned the drums.
Yes.
And with Karen, she started out drumming and then realized that she could sing.
She could sing as well. So did you? But when you started out singing, did you do the drum thing purposely because you had to learn to play the drums for this?
Yes. So when I started performing as Karen back in 2015, when I was in Vermont before I met Ned, I had a vision of where I wanted the show to go, and I knew that I wanted to incorporate the Karen Carpenter drum feature into the show eventually.
Because that was such a part of it.
Yeah, so I started taking drum lessons back then.
And she bought a vintage drum set, a 1965 Ludwig, the same
Silver sparkle, just like Karen's.
Just like Karen's.
It's a reproduction of that. That's exactly.
You've really gone into this. So this is kind of both. This is your career now, both of you.
Yeah, and the fun too is that when a lot of people go and expect to see the Carpenters, if they did not have the honor of seeing them live, which, as we've said many times here, it's a recreation of their 1976 UK tour. And since some of us wasn't born yet, to see it.
No, I wasn't born.
Yeah, a lot of people go expecting.
That's my first live of the day.
They go there expecting the big hits, of course. Close to You, we've only just begun, but there's this showmanship side that Karen and Richard does. Karen, of course, has a drum feature, and Richard has a classical piano feature. And so I had some big shoes to fill as Richard
well,
as
yes,
well.
you did, but also at the same time, You are so much like Richard. I mean, how this is just, to me, it's amazing how two people in this entire world can get together and actually, perform and look like them.
Yeah. It's,
Well, thank you.
I guess
It's
it's
other-
serendipity.
It's
Know,
definitely so.
what are the chances?
Well, they've done that, and now they're doing something else. They're going to be at the Mint on Sahara. Now let's hear about this. You've been hammering and sawing and
building sets. And
They're recreating a set at the Mint because
Yeah.
you're going to be there for how long?
Indefinitely, yeah. I mean, we've been performing mostly out of town with the show and touring, and as much as we love doing that, we really want to do more shows here in Vegas because this is where
Vegas
we live.
this is where you live, but
Right.
also this is the entertainment place in the world
Exactly.
as well. And
So-
it couldn't be a better place
Yeah.
to do it.
And it is a better time because we structured it so we're there. We needed to do or wanted to do 6 shows a week, but how
Yes.
do we do it and keep our tour schedule? So what we came up with, we're going to be there Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays.
Yes.
2 shows a day, 4 o'clock matinee
Yeah.
for those who need to be in bed by 7, and one at 7 o'clock, right?
Okay.
So by doing that, we could have Fridays a travel day, go
You can go for the weekend and
do
do
a
a booking.
do
you
a
can
tour,
do, yes, you can
and
do
be
a
back in
tour.
time for the next
Big-
Tuesday. It's a perfect
So
setup
you're
for
going to
us.
have a residency there. So this is what they
Mm-hmm.
call a residency. A residency is when you perform, obviously more than once, and you've got it until indefinitely.
June 21st.
June,
That's right.
June 21st, you start at 4 p.m.
Yeah.
Are you
absolutely.
ready?
We will be.
What a
The
horrible
show's
question.
ready. It's been ready for
Well,
a
you-
long time,
yeah,
but
'cause
it's
you've been
just
doing it,
logistic
yeah.
stuff. So.
We've been busy working on. Sally's been working heavy on like the advertising. We've had to hire an ad manager now to help us with that. We have
Wonderful.
a marketing director from New York City.
Yes.
And we're going to do the mobile billboards going up and down Las Vegas Boulevard.
Oh my
and
goodness,
so
this
we're
is
going
going to
out.
be amazing. I've known both of them for a very long time. I forget when you first came on my show, but it's
About
got to be
3 years
I'm,
ago, I think.
I'm getting into my 8th year
Wow.
of doing
It
this
was
show.
shortly after I
Congratulations.
moved to Vegas, so
Yes,
probably
it was
almost
just
4 years
4 or
ago.
5 years ago that you came on, and I've watched the two of you grow, and sort of get there, and I think you're kind of there. Obviously. Do you, on each performance, do you do the same songs, or do you sort of change it up a little bit?
Well, it's a production show.
So it's a
in a
production
production
show.
show, yeah, obviously there's always that. I used to joke about the difference between like a barber and a hairstylist, right? And the
Yeah,
difference
what's
is
the difference?
about $150, right? So there's a difference between us, like back in the days, where doing a gig and
Yeah.
doing a concert.
Yeah.
So it's a concert. So the
Yes.
structure is pretty much the same, but of course I might throw in a little zinger and
I was
add a
going to
little
say,
moment.
Adam, because you're so very well known for your what you do as a pianist, very well known, and you're well known as the singer. So between the two of you,
Yeah.
you've kind of got this thing going together.
Yeah. And within the structure, we've been so meticulous about trying to make everything an authentic recreation of the show.
Yeah.
Even our dialogue is what Karen and Richard did. But I still can't help but to throw a little left curveball.
Well, I
once in
think
a
you
while.
should because you are different. You're not them.
Right. So there's wiggle room for a little ad-libbing.
And also, we
keep it
managed to,
fresh.
we're bringing the band too. So I like to have a little rapport with them. We have,
Yeah. So you make it your own at the same time as the Carpenters.
yeah.
So you make it now. How and when is this? So this is next Friday, which is what is the no
Friday.
23rd,
June.
It's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday, June 21st.
21st.
So 3 weeks.
So we have 3
3
weeks
weeks from
to,
yesterday.
to
2
get
weeks.
everything ready. It's
3 weeks,
scary.
yeah.
And it's like,
So that's when you start out. And they're going
Yeah.
to be their first performance will be 4 o'clock, and then their second performance is 7 o'clock, and they're going to be there. I think I'm trying to remember. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
Yeah.
Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. They're going to be consecutive days, so that'll be cool.
so we load
And-
in. I just invested. I just bought a van we set up on Tuesdays, we tear down Thursdays, and just over and over.
Over again, you do that every
You
time.
know,
Is it
yeah.
hard to set up? I mean, do you seem to do it?
You have
He's
to
like
be.
hands-on, isn't he?
Yeah.
You have to be highly organized.
Everybody has their-
You know, and
Everybody has their job,
Yeah.
to get everything
And
done.
you
in a
also
timely-
help him because you're very dedicated to what you do, and you've been like that for a long, long time. Where did you get those great? You've got the most enormous eyes I've ever seen. Imagine when you were a baby. Do you know the eyes? Do you know one thing? The eyes never grow. You're born. I'm quote unquote. When you're born with the eyes you're born, that's how they are.
Wow.
yours are too. I heard. That's why it
Well,
is
yeah, but
on.
I got, things on.
Okay.
I got stuff covered around
So when you're born, your eyes are the size that they're going to be for the rest of your life.
your life.
Interesting.
Wow.
So you must have had very big eyes, enormous eyes
Yes,
when you were
I've
a baby.
been told that by my family.
Yeah, well, because you're
Yeah.
beautiful.
I think as a performer, that's
an
a
attraction.
plus
It's a,
because
well,
you,
the whole body.
things
the two
pop
of
on
them.
the stage.
The two
more
of them
than the
actually
guys.
pop out there, and a lot of the reason why you also wear the same costumes or same clothes that they wore, so
Yes.
it's exactly all the same. And
Oh
everything
yeah, and
else.
she's changing all the time. And I want this song,
can
this
imagine.
outfit,
Yes.
and the other one. So
Now,
we even had to
when you
redesign
go
it.
back and change, you obviously are playing a concerto. Or
Yeah, I'm
piece.
doing my thing while she's there, and it's the timing has to be
And is
impeccable.
that still the carpenter's thing that you're doing while she's changing?
Yes, I was
Oh,
just
yeah.
going to mention that.
Yeah.
The sequence, it's
sequence.
exactly what they did,
Okay.
and it works very well.
So
Yeah.
it gives you enough time to rush in there because you don't have to do makeup or anything.
I just
No.
finished redesigning
Yeah,
the
it's
dressing
just
room
the
too, for the show.
costume change, no makeup
Just
and
a
hair
costume
changes.
change
yeah.
or hair change, just a costume change and everything
Mm-hmm.
else. Do you use the same costumes all the time, or do you like to kind of put something else that she wore in there to make it a little different?
Sometimes I'll mix it up a little bit. If we have an intermission, I add an additional concert so that I come back after the intermission
Yeah.
with something new.
Yeah.
So there's
So
a
there's
little
lot
variation.
of differences and everything out there. So again, the Carpenters are going to They're going to open on June 21st at the Mint on Sahara. I got it right this time. And don't forget, we are at Siena Trattoria, Italian restaurant, and there's happy hour here and everything else. And we'll be right back with our next guest. Take care. That was cool.
You're the best. I just
familiar with my background, that's for sure. This is I work at the Siena Trattoria, Italian restaurant on Sierra, actually in 9500 if I think correctly. And right next to me, you do know who I have next to me because he's been on quite a few times. Stefano.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. You're looking
This
gorgeous
guy,
as usual.
This guy is amazing. I've been to a couple of your shows, and you put a show on that doesn't quit. You put a show on that's what Vegas needs.
Well, thank you.
They need what you're doing. You have all these performers. So tell me, how have you been? What have you been up to?
Well, I've been doing a lot. As you know, I'm still at the Sterling Club.
Yes.
I'm doing about 3 to 4 events a month there. I'm very excited. Besides performing there, I've been asked to entertain the members, and I've met a lot of great people.
Awesome.
Make a lot of great contacts too.
Wonderful.
And the best thing that I've heard so far is that my mother did a great job raising me. Someone told me the other day that I was one of the most polite young men they had ever met.
You are.
And that, I appreciate that. And
You truly are. You're gracious, you're nice, you don't interfere, but you also greet everybody with this lovely sort of, well, that's typical European. So your mother was obviously Italian.
yes.
But was she brought up in Italy?
No, she was brought up here in Rhode Island, Providence, Rhode Island, here in the United
Providence,
States.
Rhode Island.
Yeah,
All right.
and she's Irish too. I do have some Irish blood in me. That's where the red tones come
yeah,
from.
that's the skin.
But I get that olive skin of the nose and the eyes, so
the
that's
nose
okay.
and the eyes, that's all from Ireland.
Gotta
the
keep
rest
it
of
fresh, right?
Yeah, the rest of it's from Italy.
That's true.
So your father's Italian?
My father was Italian, yes. My
Yes.
biological father passed away, but my
Okay.
stepfather is Italian as well.
As well.
And I call him Dad. He raised me as
Aw.
well with my mom.
So do you think he did a good job?
I think they did a good job because I can never get tired of hearing that they did a good job.
Yeah.
It's not about me. It's about them.
Isn't that wonderful?
My mother.
It's nice that people recognize that, you know?
Thank you. My mom said to some guests the other day, I was at the Pass Casino for Memorial Day weekend.
Okay.
I did a salute to the troops, and my sister did 20 plus years in the United States Air Force and retired.
Really?
Yes, as Master
Is
Sergeant.
she an air pilot?
No, she's not a pilot.
Oh.
She worked on the ground. She was a driver, special driver, forces
Okay.
driver. She actually drove for 4 different generals in Washington, D.C. during the Bush and Obama
She
administration.
must be a pretty good driver.
Very good driver, very good driver. So my parents did a great job,
Yeah.
and they did that while my grandparents taught me how to sing and dance and act and do all of
All
that
that stuff.
because they were minstrel performers.
Okay.
But it was nice. Someone said to me, "Do you ever get tired of hearing that you did a great job?" And and that they did a great job. And I said, "No, I don't get tired of hearing it because you actually took the time to tell me."
Yes.
That's what means so much to me.
And also it reflects on your family. And, you know, Italian people love. I was married to an Italian. Because the last name is
You're not
Giroux.
married anymore.
Well, my husband passed away.
I'm so
unfortunately.
sorry. I'm
Yeah,
so
me too.
sorry.
I had the greatest man in the entire world, but that's probably what every woman said. Well, maybe not every woman would say that, but I will say that. I had the greatest husband in the world. He took care of me, he loved me, and he did what a man should do, and he was just wonderful. Are you married?
I am not married. I'm single, and I'm staying that way.
And
What's the matter? Why is there something wrong with that? It's more fun being single.
Because you were so definite about it. Because my husband passed away in 2004. My husband said, you will never find another man like me. Well, I haven't. That's from 2004 until now. I'm also single. So we're going to be off to the south of France or to the.
We're going to go to Palermo.
Italian.
We'll go to
Palermo.
Sicily.
Oh,
Let's
I
go
love
down there.
Palermo. Oh,
Why not?
I love Palermo.
We could.
I know all that area because I used to travel that with my husband and everything.
I want to go get some arancini, which are the Italian
Arancini.
rice balls. Those are delicious with
You know,
a nice marinara sauce.
The greatest
I bet you
restaurants.
they make them here.
Yes, the greatest restaurants there are the little tiny restaurants. They are in the little tiny villages. You can go anywhere, and they treat you like gold. And
The
the
true
food,
mom and pop.
The true mom and pop. They are incredible. I wish they had more hair.
And
But
everybody eats when they come over.
absolutely.
Old school.
But this restaurant actually is Italian, and it's also doing very, very well. And there's really, 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 really good Italian food. So.
Well, and they have amazing entertainment.
They have great entertainment here.
Absolutely. I just saw
How do
it.
you know?
Well, because I had to come and see the restaurant. And I wanted to support my friend John Anthony, who is Rod Stewart. He also performs here with a special lady that performs, I forget her name.
Yes.
So, but she was amazing. They were talented. They performed right here. And it was great. And it was a nice atmosphere.
Yes.
And there was some great people that you get to meet because not everyone can go to a show right now because ticket prices are high. these fees, these ticketing fees. I don't
They're
understand
very,
them.
yeah.
But you know what's I don't have to worry about? I don't have a ticket at the Sterling Club.
There's
And
no pay.
I didn't have no cover charge for my show, and I still bring in amazing talent.
Yes, you do.
Way more talented than I'll ever be, and it's a complimentary show.
Now
and I
he's
still get
being
100
very.
people.
Now let me tell you something. When this guy comes out and he starts singing the opera, as I call it, you get this magnificent voice that all of a sudden everybody suddenly sits up and pays attention. It's
Thank
the
you.
most amazing thing. I don't think you realize the talent you have. I don't. I
Well,
think,
I have to say this. I'm never going to be the best singer. I'll never be the best entertainer. But what I can be is the best person on stage. I want people to know that what they see on stage, this is how I
This
am
is
in
you.
person
Yes.
when I'm breaking bread and having dinner with someone, or I'm out at a pool party. I'm the
Yes.
same person. And if
Yes.
you're the same person, people say he's real.
He's a
Because
real.
see, I
That's
grew up in the
real.
real world, not in the reality television
see,
world.
I did the same thing. I'm from the real
And
world.
sometimes I have no filter.
I
And
don't
I
have
say
a
things
filter.
that people go, oh.
Ooh.
I
have
want
the-
them to.
oh my
Shock
goodness,
value.
I have the same problem because I say something, they look at me double faced like, did she really say that? Well, yeah,
Absolutely.
because it's the real, and that's why we stream live. Everybody says, Ninon, why do you stream live? Well, why wouldn't I?
Well, let's put it this way. I have been successful in doing shows that I do.
Yes.
I only can do what I do. But
Yes.
guess who I have on the show this week?
I want to know. Well, the show this week is at the Sterling Club, and we start at what time? What time?
6 p.m.
6 p.m.
I go on at 6 p.m. My special guest goes on at 7.
And your special guests go on at 7. You started opening it up at 6, so you have a whole hour there of what you want to do and what you have.
That is correct.
And every time I've been there, and I've been there a lot, it's very, very busy. A lot of people
It's
there.
been
So if
very
you
bu-
really
very
want to
successful,
see
thank
this,
you.
and you've got to sort of get there a little early, otherwise you won't get a seat. It's only because I know him that I can get a seat.
Well, I
It
was
was
about
so
to ask
funny.
you and your production team how many are coming this time, because I have from the Sexy Show and Burlesque, Gabriella Versace.
Oh, Gabriel Versace.
And we are planning to do a Italian opera song together.
Oh no, this
So-
is going to be absolutely amazing. I don't know if we should advertise it because it's going to be jammed, but that's a standing
That's
room
okay.
only.
Well,
that's okay.
and you know I've been fortunate. The last 4 shows have been full capacity and
Yes.
standing room only.
Yes.
And that's my like
But you
tagline
built
to
it
put on
up.
a
You
poster.
you kind of built this whole thing up. But you're also quite new to Vegas.
I am quite
so
new to
this
Vegas.
is not something, but he's brought Vegas back, which I just kind
Old
of
school.
love.
We
It
have
is old school.
old school style flair. I did an old school style casino. The past casino was on the Water Street district. That was originally the El Dorado, which was brought back together and to life by Joe DeSimone, who owns First Federal Realty in Henderson.
Okay.
And he did a $4 million renovation. It's absolutely beautiful. He has an amazing restaurant inside, an Italian restaurant. He also has a cafe, traditional 50s, 60s style cafe called Amelia's. Great. I had an amazing open French sandwich the other day. It was delicious, and I'm
Making
so
me hungry.
happy. But the casino was great. We had about 75 to 100 people for the salute to the troops,
Oh, how
and it
wonderful.
was amazing. People come all over from the city of Henderson,
Yes.
and living up here in the Summerlin area, it was nice to go that way.
Yes,
and I
just the
performed
other
with the
side.
band.
With the
I set up
band
the
and
band
everything.
now.
So do you set up, because you seem to have the talent of not only just getting on stage and singing, you're able to set up and you've got everything going, all these little gadgets are going, and you go up there and you do this, and all the performers come out perfect. They
thank you.
come out, you've got them right on where the E's, C's, I don't know all these things about singing and everything, but you seem to have it all set up.
Well, thank you. I had to learn how to do everything, and that's why I've been working in backstage productions at Legends, because I can sew. And I also do lighting
Do you
and
knit?
sound and
Do you
audio.
knit at all?
You know what? For crochet, I had to learn how to
Crochet?
do that too. Yes, I can do
I
it.
was just teasing.
A 2-needle stitch. I
Yeah,
can,
two-
yes, because my mom taught me how to do that, and my grandmother taught me how to
See,
crochet
all these
and knit.
basic, this is a basic way of growing up, but it's a way of growing up that you do know these things.
You
Like,
have to,
well,
and I
people-
can cook.
See, I can
I
cook,
love to
I
cook.
can crochet, I can do needlepoint, I can do all that stuff. And then I also know about antiques, I know about real estate. But that's how you're brought up, though, isn't it?
Yes,
And
absolutely.
for us, it's kind of a natural thing that everybody is like that, but everybody isn't
Right.
like that.
It's so
at
true.
all.
You know, coming from New England, Mark O'Toole, you know the talented Mark O'Toole.
Sure.
He has his show on Wednesdays, every other Wednesday, the first and third, I think, of the month. And he said to me, Stefano, I'd love to have you come on. And I said, well, Mark, I want to come on the show too, but I'm actually going to be performing here in Anthem. He said, you are? Where? And I ended up meeting a great group called the Rock and Roll Dance Club in Henderson in Sun City Anthem. And I performed for 250 people on Friday night. And this past Friday night, and I actually carried equipment in. I set up, and all of a sudden, the band was asking me, and the sound guy's like, where are we going? I'm like, plug it in 13, plug it in 18, because our mixing board has up to 24 channels. And they're like, you know what you're doing? I said, I had learned how to use sound. And then I helped them. And then I was on my hands and knees taping the wires down so no one fell during the performance.
But these are the things you think of. These are the things that other people don't realize that you have to be so careful of. Because insurance-wise and everything else, you have to be very, very,
attention to detail.
Attention to detail.
That's what I learned working for Disney performing.
So now you're at the Sterling Club, and you're at there, what, 3 times a week, you said?
No, a month. 3 times a month.
3 times a month you're
hosting
there.
a number of events.
But then you're not only there. What he does, he has his hour, and then he invites all these other singers. So you're giving a tremendous amount of singers in this town a break at the Sterling Club. The Sterling Club is very famous. It's quite expensive, and it's really beautiful.
It's absolutely gorgeous.
It's gorgeous in there. Absolutely. You know, it was closed down for a little while. Now it's reopened.
Was that due to the pandemic?
Yes, whatever it was. And then they're all open, everything's fine now, and you're working there. And everybody's getting very familiar with you, Stefano.
Well, thank you. That's what I'm trying to do. And I'm giving this week, along with Gabriella Versace, I don't want to say who the other people that were invited to come, but there are 2 special. A young man by the name of Chris Doty, who is actually a hairdresser by trade, and he is an amazing singer. I saw a clip on TikTok, him performing at the Italian American Club.
I think I had it on my show. I'm not sure, but I think I know what
really.
you're talking
And
about.
I saw him performing with Elisa Fur from Legends in Concert, who does Celine Dion.
Yes.
And I called him and I said, Chris, blah, blah, I need my hair done. So I changed my hair, and I said, I got to bring you on the show to sing. And then I have Brenda Hebert, who sat with you last time, and she's going to be singing a beautiful French song for us this week. So we have a little 3 languages covered.
I hope the song is going to be, and I hope you're listening, Noma qui de pas.
Noma qui
de pas.
Noma qui de pas.
Yes, it's a fabulous French.
That's a French song.
It's
someone told me I have to learn Envy Rose. Is that what it's called?
Yes, that's the other
I
one.
was asked to do a male version of that.
Yes, do a male version of that, and I'm sure it'll be, because you're going to have that little bit of opera coming into it, and that's what it needs and everything.
Well, I'm hoping everything is going great.
I was going to say, how's it all? Your new hair, and you seem to be perceived very well.
Well, thank you.
And that's because of the family upbringing.
And I've had a lot of people help me, and I want to help people out.
Yes.
Dennis Bono had me on the show, and then an article came out about Dennis Bono doing this variety show, low cost, like Mark O'Toole, a $5 to $10 ticket with amazing talent. So I said, well, I'm at the Sterling Club, and of course I get paid like any other entertainer to go in, but I said, let me invite other people and give a free show if I can. And this is helping them. Plus, these members, guests that come can also become members of the Sterling Club. So I'm trying to rebuild new business
the
so that they may have loss during the closure.
Yes, and it needs to be rebuilt. It needs to have the the energy out there. And I love the Sterling Club. I have a girlfriend of mine, Janet, and Janet and I, we always meet there at least twice a week. We go there when she's in town, but she's not in town all the time.
Is she in town this weekend?
No, she's not, unfortunately.
She's going to miss a good one. She should videotape it and send it to us. Say, look what they brought.
Do you know where she is?
Italy.
She is. She's in no. She's in Spain. She's in Mallorca. Mallorca, yes, that's one of them.
And she didn't invite either one of us.
Well, she invited me, but I couldn't go.
Good thing we don't give her Mallorca.
Do you know why I couldn't go? Because I was interviewing you. I couldn't leave.
You just interviewed Sally Olsen and Ned
Sally
Mills, my dear friends.
And
I told you I was working on a few things because not only am I performing, I'm also producing shows. Like I had the comedy night at the Sterling Club.
Yes, you did.
Which was very successful.
Yes.
And I actually am proud to say that Sally and Ned Olsen are making their first appearance in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, at the Theater of the Republic this Christmas season. December 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. And I booked them in that show, and I'll be producing them show with them.
You're producing that show, so you're going to be in Myrtle Beach.
I will be in Myrtle Beach.
In South Carolina?
That is correct.
South Carolina, USA.
And there's a couple of other artists, professional entertainers that do tribute acts and whatnot that are impersonation shows that want me to stop booking them as well. And I've been so busy, so busy. And you know what? I don't stop because it fuels. I have such a passion for it.
Well, you love it, and you're not
doing
tied down. You're not married.
And
you
I'll
don't
never be.
have, and you've never bored. But you have children. You don't have.
I have
Well,
no
none
children.
None that you know of.
That's true.
Well, leave it
But
at
it'd be
that.
a long time. I would have had known by now.
I would hope so.
Ancestry.com.
Because they would be coming around. Dad, I need some money.
Well, they think I'm making money, but I'm really not.
None of us are.
I reinvest in myself. Someone
Yes.
told me to do that all the time.
Always reinvest in you because that's all you've got. You know,
That's
we've got
right.
all the houses and cars and everything in the entire world. We really don't. The only thing we have is this. This is all I have to deal with.
Two things I was told. My parents
Okay.
told me, when you leave this house, remember you only have two things in life.
Okay.
You have who you are
Yes.
and your last name. Okay? Because if you ruin your last name, you have nothing. And if you ruin who you are, no one wants to bother with you.
That's
You will
correct.
definitely have
That's
nothing.
correct.
And that's why I go out smiling every day thinking, what about my 3 M's? My
Yep.
manners, my mouth, and my mother, because I never know where she's going to be to get me.
Oh yeah, she will, and she'll get you.
A little
She'll find
Marzian
you.
in Italian.
Yeah, my mother's up there, but she still gets me. And my dad, I had the same sort of upbringing. They were very strict with us. You know, Dad was always sit up, eat properly, don't. And I used to hate it. But then when you grow old, you say, wow, was I lucky?
You're lucky, right?
Did I luck out?
Oh, I'm telling you.
So how can anybody reach you? I don't know if you need any more work.
I do need some more work. I
Okay,
want
how
to
can
now that
they-
I put the band together
Yes.
with the director from UNLV School of Music, Sean Whitmer, and then I have another gentleman, Steve Sand, who is a director for ELO, Electric Light Orchestra. He's leaving to go on their tour right now, and he also does the biggest ABBA tribute show. He's doing that tour through July 4th. But July 4th, I'm excited. I'll be performing at a special guest's home that have come to see my show. I did their Christmas party last year, and they've asked me to come and do their July 4th show.
Can we say who it is?
I'm sorry?
Can we say who it is?
Well, I'd like to keep that
Well,
a little
keep that little-
privacy,
that's
only
little-
because they didn't say I could.
You could yet.
I haven't been able
So
to
you're
say
being
that.
polite. I would never give a phone number
Yeah.
out unless I ask the person if I can
Absolutely.
give it out.
Absolutely.
So,
But
yeah.
people can call me. I have a production team that does answer the phone when I'm not available.
Great.
It's right now. It's still on the East Coast. It's area code 401-301-3450, or you can catch me at my name and email as Stefano. No apostrophe in this one, but it's EST as in Thomas, EF as in Frank, because I'm not PH balanced. ANO118@gmail.com.
How
And I
cool
want
is
to be.
that?
I'm trying to become you.
Yeah,
I want to learn how to
like
be
that,
interviewed.
me.
And by the way, if I may, very quickly,
Yes.
I'd like to send a shout out to all of my friends, family members, and supporters of the LGBTQIA community for their Pride Month that kicks off today.
Oh, how wonderful!
And that's why I wore
great.
this shirt that has every color in
All
this
the
flag.
colours, all the rainbows. and-
Someone that
oh.
passed away a couple of years ago gave me this shirt,
Oh,
and I
so
said
you're
to him,
representing
I
it.
don't know if I'll ever be that skinny, but I promise if I get an
Well, you are
opportunity
that
to show
skinny.
it, I promise I'll wear. It's the black. I think it hides
No,
everything.
no. The reason he's skinny is because he's working so hard. He hasn't got time to eat.
I gotta support everybody. I have all walks of life that come to my show, and you know what? They pay the ticket just like everybody else does.
know,
and
I'm
what
the
goes
same
on in their
way.
life may not be their my
It may
personality.
not be your
or their-
life, it may not be, but I agree with
none
you
of my business to
100%.
know.
I don't care where anybody comes from, I don't care what nationality, I don't know. I've never bothered me.
That's right.
Never bothered me. I like everybody. you know.
Everybody.
I do.
That's right.
And I even lived in the Middle East. I lived in Beirut for a couple of
did.
years. And then I lived in Jamaica for 9 months.
I lived in the middle of the street one time. I did. On the street
Not-
where you
not
live.
anymore,
I
on
did.
the
I'm not
street
kidding
where
you.
you
Yeah.
live.
My parents didn't have the money when I first started in Los Angeles. In 1998, I slept in my car at Magnolia Park
I know
while I was
Magnolia Park
filming
very
Days of
well.
Our Lives. The true story. While I was filming Days of Our Lives, I slept in the back of my car on a blanket in Magnolia Park, and I went to the YMCA to take a shower, and then I went to work at Tony Roma's. So when people tell me that I may have had a silver spoon in my mouth, my father told me you'll never choke on it, that's for sure. Go work for it. You want it, go work for it. And that's why I work hard every day, and that's why I think I have that love for
I
it.
think, yeah, and that's exactly, I have the same thing. The work, I had to work. I worked 20 hours a day when I was 16 to get money to go to London.
Absolutely.
And so I know what the work is. I know you and I both know that sort of thing. Are you gonna, so we can just sort of creep out of here? Can you give me a little something, little opera, little?
Oh, you,
Couple
oh,
of
you,
lines?
oh, you want? Oh,
Couple of lines?
I did that last time,
No,
didn't
no, I
I?
wanted a couple of more lines.
Should I save my voice for Friday night?
No, I want a little, just a tiny bit, just a couple of lines.
Nessun dorma, nessun dorma. How's that?
That's it.
Is that all you
I
got?
love it. I love it.
I'm outta
I
here.
love it. Well, thank you for tuning in. Of course, we're at Siena Trattoria, and I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, Italian restaurant up here on Sahara. And thank you for watching. Don't forget to go to YouTube and to become a member, to join, to do all the above. And we will be right back with our next guest. You take care. Thank you so much. I think I'm on. Vegas Live with Ninon. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you. We are streaming, as you know, so everything's very natural. And I'm not really quite used to this streaming thing because it's all done and it all goes over the air all at the same time. How are you, Timothy?
I'm good.
Timothy
How are you?
Schuyler Donegan.
Yes.
So I think I got that right, but I'm just going to call you Timothy.
Okay, that's
I love
fine.
your new haircut.
Oh, thank you.
He's got longer hair than I have.
It's
So
a lot.
what brings you? Why I've often wondered, why do men like to grow this long hair? So there's obviously a reason behind all this, Timothy.
Believe it or not, I've actually had my hair down to my waist at one time, and I keep getting it cut shorter and shorter and letting it grow back. And
You're letting it grow back now.
yeah,
And you want it back down to your waist?
Oh no, this I don't want to get it much longer than this.
Not much longer.
No.
Is it hard to deal with? And because short hair is easy. Mine's not easy because it's fine and it's not easy. But
Oh, it's a lot of work to deal with and keep it looking nice, but I take real good care of it. And
you take good care of it
Yeah.
and you love it.
Yeah.
Now, as you know, I don't pre-interview my guests, so I have no idea what Timothy does. And normally I ask before I sort of get onto set. I normally ask, but I didn't this time. So,
oh, so you
what do you
actually
do?
you actually interviewed me on the red carpet.
Well, I know that, but I've forgotten about all that. That was a
So-
long time ago.
Oh, that's fine. I'm an actor, producer, and sometimes model when I get the work modeling.
Yeah, you're tall enough to be a model, aren't you? So
Yeah.
do you get a lot of work as a model?
I don't really pursue it that much anymore, but I kind of get work off and on with modeling. So I get more film work.
More film work.
Yeah.
So how long have you been in the film work? All your life?
The first movie that I was in was 1988. So I kind of,
So you've always been kind of in it.
yeah.
Have you kind of dabbled in it or always been in it as a profession? Because a lot of actors go in it and they take periodic parts, but
Well, the way I do it, I kind of go in and out. I'll get a job, and then when I'm ready to get back into the acting, I'll get back in it again.
why do you do it that way? Why do you go in it and then go out of it? Is it just a feeling you have? Or are you not serious about acting?
Oh, I'm very serious about it, but I'm sure as you know, it's a tough business.
I know it's a tough. I was in it.
Yeah.
I know it's tough.
So, and then with fame comes certain things that we're not really prepared for, so it gets kind of scary at times.
Well, I think you're like talking about Johnny Depp,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
And that whole thing, and he's
Yes.
one of the most talented actors probably in the world,
Oh, yes.
and such a sweet person. But I'm not going anywhere. So leave that to the jury.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you like acting, you like modeling. So when you're not doing that, what do you do?
I've done various jobs throughout my life, and then I kind of get bored and tired
You
of
get
it.
bored quickly, don't you?
Yes, I have to have excitement, and
So you get whatever's happening around the time at that time, or whatever's
yes.
job you can get.
Yeah.
Well, at the moment, you can choose, can't you, any job you want, because they seem to be short of people to work.
Yes, yeah.
Why? I just don't quite understand that. We all have to work to pay rent and cars and things, and no one wants to work anymore.
I don't understand it myself because there's lots of jobs, and then I've read where people are hired for the jobs and then they just don't show up when it's their time to report, like their first day. And
Really?
yeah, I just read something
Have
about
we all
that.
become irresponsible of life?
So
Seems that way.
I talked to some other people about this, and I don't fully understand that because where are they getting their money from if they're not?
Well, that's what my thing is. If you're
Yeah.
not working, or you work maybe for 2 or 3 weeks, and then you get unemployment. I mean, I think everybody has designed or found out how this all works. I have not yet found out how it all works.
Me either.
I don't
So-
quite know, but I think that's what a lot of people have done. They found out how to work it all, and then they get paid from the government or whatever it is. I don't know. So, you are an actor. What jobs do you have coming up?
I have, well, see, I have a lot of movies that'll be coming out. They were delayed because of the virus.
Yeah.
So the one that I have coming up that I'm going to be working on is called Sticks and Stones.
Sticks and stones break no bones.
And I just turned 60, so I know my,
Wow, you don't mind putting that out?
well, it's on my IMDb page, so it's kind
You're
of,
kind of out there.
yeah.
You can't avoid it, right?
Yeah. So for the first time, I'm playing a grandpa in this movie.
Oh, Grandpa.
Yeah. So,
And does Grandpa do you have to tie your hair back, or can you have it how you are, or they're going to ask you to cut it off?
oh, I'm not going to cut it off. They haven't.
They haven't asked you that yet.
No, they haven't really told me. A lot of the time, they'll have me put my hair in a ponytail,
Yeah,
or sometimes they'll let me leave it down.
that's
So,
nice.
yeah.
And you like that. Now the part you're playing, is it a big part, or is it just
This is a short film, so it's a fairly small part.
so what big parts have you done?
Oh, let's see.
I'm sure you've done many of them.
Well, like on my IMDb page, I have total because I also am a producer, so I have like 120 give or take credits.
Credits and
Yeah.
everything that you've done. So you've
Yeah.
done quite well, actually.
Yeah. So
You've done.
I've done well, and I'm actually proud of myself, and I've done better
Isn't
than a
it?
lot of people
Yes.
that try the business.
Yes, it is very hard. How
Yeah.
about being a producer? Do you prefer producing or acting, or what is your kind of...
Producing is easy because a lot of the time you can just put up money for a production, and then you get notoriety and
Yeah, you get your name out there
Yeah.
and you get everything out there, so you like that, and
Yeah,
especially
that's-
as a producer, that's
Yeah.
really quite cool. How is the industry going in Vegas? Is it getting better now? Because I'm looking at it from the outside, though I can do some of the movies, but I'm not because I'm busy. But it seems to be growing. It seems to be getting bigger, and they've got more people here. It seems like.
from what I understand, it's actually kind of starting back up to
Yeah.
have a lot more business here in filming than
That's
the-
what I see. I see a lot of activity. I see a lot of actors and everybody coming from Los Angeles and coming
Yeah.
from California and coming into Vegas and sort of.
Yeah.
Because you can actually get a great job here if you're in the industry, because you can work at night or you can work during the day. You've got 24 hours a day
Yes.
that you can work,
Yeah.
which can actually be, fit in with all your other stuff you're doing.
Yeah.
Now, do you ever sing or do anything like that? Are you a
Oh, I can't sing.
Yeah.
No, well, in one movie, in a horror movie, I play a clown named Gus, and they had me sing the Happy Birthday song as I'm bringing out the cake, but,
How did it go?
well, nobody complained, but I just kind of...
Did you get any work after that? Certainly not for singing, that's for
Not
sure.
for singing, no. But nobody complains.
Nobody
But,
complained.
Yeah.
Everything you've done in this whole 60 years of your life and everything, what is there anything that you would really, really like to do that you haven't done yet?
You know, I've been lucky because I look back at everything I've done.
Yes.
I wanted to be in horror movies, and now I've been in I'm going to say maybe 15 horror movies. And
So you accomplished that,
Yeah.
so you haven't.
And I'm a nice guy, but people seem to think I'm Mr. Goody Two Shoes, which I'm not. So
Let me just put it this way. We are going live and we do have a show, so this Mr. Goody Two Shoes, what exactly do you want to clarify on this Mr. Goody Two Shoes that you do that is so really, really, really bad or really unexpected of you?
see, I tell my
Put him on the
friends.
spot.
I tell my friends about what I do in the movies. And like in these horror films, I use some really bad language. And then in a couple of them, I can't give away the details, but
No, I hope not. This is bad language.
I actually have a knife that I use in a couple of the movies. So I love this because
It's not him.
these are things that people don't expect from
From
me.
you,
And
no,
yeah.
no.
So it's like I get to be bad.
And you like that because
And I like
they
that.
see you as this nice guy
Yeah.
and
Because-
whatever. And
Because if I say a cuss word in real life, they're
oh, I get the
shocked.
same thing
Oh,
when I
yeah.
say something that's because I'm really upset or
Yeah.
I have no other way to verbalize what I feel, and they go,
Yeah.
Ninon. It's like, oh, okay, you didn't didn't know that side of me. Well, I do. Everybody does.
Yeah.
We're not
I
all
mean,
good in two shoes.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think so. Well, I know I'm not. So,
Yeah.
Anyway, my producer's saying, Ninon. Okay, so
Oh.
how can anybody reach you to get filming or whatever the case is?
Oh, I have my IMDb page, which is under Timothy Schuyler Dunnigan. My email address is on my IMDb page, which
What's
is tydunnigan@hotmail.com. And I have my artist page on Facebook, which is at Schuyler Actor Dude.
Skylar actor dude. Here's a dude right there.
Yeah.
I actually, Timothy Dude. He's the real
Yeah.
dude. You're the real thing. I love your jacket, by
Oh,
the
thank
way.
you very much.
It really looks. I mean, I know you put it on especially for the show.
Yes.
To wear. Then
Yeah.
I have to remark about it because it's really cool. And I think
Thank
we came
you.
up with the first day of summer started sometime.
Yeah.
So, a couple of days, whatever it was. But you look fabulous.
Oh,
Timothy.
thank you so much. I really
Absolutely.
appreciate that.
And thank you for tuning in. As you know, we're at this new restaurant, Siena Trattoria, and it's an Italian restaurant. Absolutely amazing, the foods. They have a deli back here as well, which is absolutely beautiful. I've never seen one set up so beautifully. And they also have happy hour, which is 3 to 7, and of course they also have the regular menu in the bar. The happy hour is in the bar, so that's delightful. The restaurant is absolutely beautiful. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for sharing with us our show, Vegas Live with Ninon. Don't forget to go to YouTube, check us out, see what you can do. And whoever's on the show, don't forget to share it. Pretty cool. Thank you, Timothy.
Oh, thank
He's
you.
lovely, isn't he?
Thank you.
We'll be right back with our next guest. Take care. Welcome back to Vegas Live with Ninon. I'm Ninon, your host, and this time I'm right on time. Anyway, it's great here. I'm in Vegas, and this is absolutely amazing at the Siena restaurant. It's absolutely fabulous in here. And I have a gentleman next to me. His name is Mickey Rourke. Now, we all know this is not the Mickey Rourke, but he just told me something very interesting, which I thought was fascinating. You were named after Mickey Rourke.
Yes, in a way, I was named.
In a way?
Yes. My mother hates this story because Mickey is not my birth name. I was actually born with the name Brian. Freshman year in high school.
No, you look like a Mickey.
I know, I do, which
Yeah.
which annoys my mother. So yeah, freshman year in high school, one of my teachers in my ROTC program I was doing, he was taking roll, came down to my name, said my name, and he was like, "Any relation to Mickey Rourke, the actor?" I said no. So, but every day after that, as a joke, he would say my name as in Mickey
Purposely,
Rourke,
yes.
purposely
He
as Mickey
purposely
Rourke, and
did
I
it.
would answer to it. So everybody in my class thought it was my name, and I just actually kind of liked it more, so I started using it. And about 5 years ago, because I had been using it more
Yeah.
than my actual birth name for longer than I lived. So about 5 years ago, I went through the process and legally changed it
You
to.
legally changed
Yeah,
it?
I legally.
Oh,
I
were
added
you
it to
allowed
the.
to?
Huh?
Well, because there's another Mickey, the film star Mickey Rourke.
Yes, yeah. I was allowed to. There's lots of people who have the same names. There's actually several actors who are out there and who have very similar name.
Well, not everybody has my name, Ninon de Rosa. Nobody has that name.
Well, then lucky you.
Yeah, lucky.
No,
Do,
yeah,
do, do.
yeah. Luckily, we do spell it differently,
Yes.
and I am not big enough of an actor for it to be an issue yet.
Oh,
There's always the hope.
I love the way he says "yet."
Well,
which
you
means
always
that
hope.
You've
You
got
always
to climb.
Yeah, you
Well,
hear
yes,
about
well,
they
you've got to-
discover you in a restaurant, and hey, we're in a
We're
restaurant.
in a
Maybe
restaurant
someone
right
will
now,
be watching
Sienna
this video and
restaurant,
like,
and who
yeah.
knows? That all this crazy stuff can happen.
Exactly.
Why not? I think it's wonderful. Well, actually, I interviewed Mickey a couple of weeks ago when we were doing the burlesque 2022.
Yeah, the Speakeasy
The
20,
Speakeasy
2022.
2022.
Yes, I was one of the hosts.
You're one of the
for that.
hosts, and he was dressed out all in blue. He had turquoise all over the place. I thought I was going fishing or something. I didn't quite know where I was. But you are an actor, you are an MC, you are all sort of a lot of stuff.
Yes.
Which of all you do you like best?
I actually like the. There's two answers to that. I recently just got into the emceeing. The Speakeasy was my kind of first
That's
gig,
fine.
and
Did it go well?
It went extremely well, and everything.
cool.
From what I understand, I mean, people were laughing at my jokes and or groaning, but they were bad jokes.
But
so
they
they
were
supposed
whatever.
to be.
They were,
yeah.
There was a reaction.
There was a reaction. They enjoyed the singing.
Good, bad, right or wrong, there was a reaction.
Yeah, I got
Oh,
good
Mickey.
audience reaction, but I enjoy really being an actor the most. Being able to play different characters, and I started that about a little over 10 years ago here in Las
Oh,
Vegas.
really? So you haven't been doing it that long?
No.
Like everybody. It's
Yeah,
like,
no.
teenagers.
I mean, I did some stuff in high school, but then there was a large gap, and then I auditioned for a local community theater production called Evil Dead the Musical.
Okay.
Ended up, and it was my first chance to do something somewhat professional. And I thought I was going to maybe get the ensemble role, but I ended up getting one of the lead characters, like the best
How
friend.
cool is that?
Yeah, the best friend of the lead character. So I got to cuss a lot in that. It was a musical.
I don't know how good that is, but that's
Yeah.
okay.
It was. I had a catchphrase, and people would love it when I said, I won't say it here because once again it's a little off color. But
He's off colour. You
yeah,
see,
I decided to wear
totally
something
off colour.
subtle
He's got
today.
some turquoise in there too.
Yeah.
Look at this.
There you go.
He's got the pink and the turquoise and the whole bit, the rings. But
So-
no, but look at the hand. Look at the nails. They're all different colour blues.
Well, you have to have some color in your life. I can't do.
Well, I have colour in my life, that's for sure, but
Yeah.
not that way.
Yeah. But yeah, I really enjoyed it, and it went from a community theater production to we actually got picked up, and we were at the Planet Hollywood for
Oh, wonderful.
several. I did it for a year before I left the show, and then it continued on without me, and it was playing on the Las Vegas
Now, how
Strip.
could it continue without you?
Because there are ways. Was it as good as the original? Probably not. But no, anyone who came after me was kind of thing. But as an actor, it's interesting to see what kind of influence you have, just not locally but around the country.
Yes.
I used to be much heavier than I am now. I used to be like over 300, actually close to 350, 360 pounds. Yeah, I
It's
used to.
awfully big.
Yeah, and I had that bariatric surgery, so lost a lot of weight.
You
in the
had
last
all your
few-
stomach taken
yes.
out?
So
They cut it out.
Yep.
They
So
cut all the, take all
and
the...
I dropped over 100 pounds, so it was good. But
Did
back
you have
then,
a look at what they took out?
no, I'm not. No. I can watch horror movies, but any real life stuff, no.
Especially your
I'm not
own.
one of those. Yeah, especially my own.
your own.
But back then, when I was a much bigger guy, the character I got cast for was supposed to be a jock college person. So it's always been someone relatively athletic, relatively, I'm not going to say good looking, but the kind of thing you
Well, he is
picture
good looking.
when you picture a jock. I was not that person. So I was really funny. I was the funny fat guy.
You were the funny fat guy.
I was always the funny fat guy. So, but
Did
what
you
was
just
interesting?
kind of waddle around?
For being a funny fat guy, I was very nimble on my feet. I had to die several times in Evil Dead. Like in a 5-minute period, I died like 5 or 6 times. I would die. I would have to fall down on the stage. I would get up. I had like fake guts and everything, and I would spray the audience with blood. Die again, get back up, spray the audience with blood, and they loved it.
Glad
But
I wasn't there.
what was interesting is after I started doing the show and after we got so popular here in Vegas and it went on, we started seeing other regional productions of Evil Dead casting bigger guys in the role
In the
that I
role
was
that you were actually
playing.
in.
So it was kind of interesting to see what kind of influence I had on productions around the country. They said, hey, they tried it here, let's switch this character up a bit instead of being the jock.
Let's make it different instead of being the muscle guy and all that
Exactly.
stuff.
I think it helped because my character was
Was
kind of-
different.
well, he was a douche.
Yes.
He was a douchebag. But I think being a bigger, funnier guy, he came across as a lovable jerk
Yeah.
instead of
So
just.
everybody fell in love with him.
Yeah,
They all
exactly.
liked
He
him,
was
you know.
honestly, he was not a good.
But also, you have to think of that you were playing a part that everybody thought, just because you're fat and all this stuff, you would never get.
Yeah, exactly.
And you got it. So it gave an enthusiasm to all the people that are, a little bit overweight or whatever. But I think I've seen that happen in a lot with the women and the men, that they've brought on a lot of these overweight or heavy or whatever you want to call them, people that can't help however their weight is, or
Yeah.
how they got there, or how it is, or
And
it could be anything.
And that's definitely true. I mean, personally, I had to lose the weight for health and reasons because it was the whole doctor
Yeah.
telling me, hey, if you don't drop 100 pounds, you'll be
You'll
lucky
drop,
to live.
yeah.
You'll be lucky to see 50. So for me, it wasn't necessarily. I mean, I love the way I look now.
Do you love you?
I'm getting there. It's
Getting to love you.
yeah. It's that whole you got to love yourself before you love other
Love us-
people.
there
I'm
you
getting
go.
there.
It's got there at last.
Still a
The message is out
transition.
there.
Yeah, it's still a transition.
So what have you got coming up in the movie industry? Because I know it's getting quite big in Vegas.
I'm just auditioning as auditions come out. The next thing, and was kind of my break into the film aspect, because I've been a stage actor for, like I said, for over a decade now.
Yeah.
The film is, I'm going to be a ghost in the movie coming up called Death Club, and it's going to have its premiere here in Las Vegas on August 15th. Made by Patel Films and Ronnie, so the same folks that put on
Patel.
the Speakeasy.
Hi Patel, I love
Yeah.
you. Ronnie, I love you too.
So the folks that put that on, they did that movie, and it was just
They're fabulous. They're just a beautiful team. They're
yes,
wonderful.
and it's just one of those, once again, just people willing to take that risk on someone who necessarily doesn't have. I'm not going to say he doesn't have the talent, but I didn't have the
talent, that
the
you
experience.
Thought, the talent you thought they wanted. You
Yeah,
didn't
exactly.
realize that
So-
you did have the talent because it was the talent they wanted, and that's what they saw. And
Exactly.
it was regardless of how many movies you've done or what you've done or anything else. And I love people like that don't judge you of what you've done before and who you are, but judge you as of right now and what they concentrating on what they want.
Exactly,
And giving you the lines.
and giving us,
The
allowing us to
opportunity.
give them what
Yeah.
they want as
Yes,
well too.
and
So
it gives you the opportunity. So you've got into a good team though. Patel's an incredible
Yes.
guy. Patel Productions is absolutely amazing, and of course Ronnie.
yeah, and I know Ronnie's working on another like 80s, 1980s or 1990s. Sorry, Ronnie, if I'm getting that wrong. Kind of love story that he's going to hopefully have auditions for in the near future. That
wonderful. Maybe
I'm definitely
maybe
going
you'll
to
give me an audition, Ronnie.
maybe.
Could I
We're ready,
play,
Ronnie.
Can I play a love scene or something with you? Don't laugh. It's okay.
Ronnie, I'm willing to play a love scene with you as well too, if it'll get me in the movie.
So
So
we're both gonna
we're both going to have a love
we're
scene
both
with
gonna
you,
have
Ronnie.
a love scene with the same person.
Yes, I'm confident in my acting ability with that.
What was-
Oh, did
Oh, wait a second, my producer wants to be in the movie too, and she was.
Now there's 4 of us that
No,
are
it's
going to
four.
have a love scene
Yeah,
together,
well,
Ronnie.
Anyway, getting back to
But, yeah.
reality. So you've got that coming, got a lot coming up.
Yeah, right now it's just auditions for all sorts of things.
So what do you do in an everyday work? Do you work at all?
I'm actually a supervisor for UPS.
Oh, really?
In their call center and everything. So I work with their. Currently, I'm in charge of the email team But yeah, that's
Fabulous.
my day-to-day job. 20 plus
That's
years
the
with the company.
rent-paying job.
Yeah, exactly.
That pays the rent, and
That'll-
that takes care of everything. Because everybody, I don't know if a lot of you realize, the majority of actors out there in the entire world, not just Vegas, that they have to have a job to keep up with their. So you always get a job that you can break hours and you can work nights or work days or whatever.
Yeah,
you can change.
and luckily I love my company to the point where they're extremely flexible and allow me these opportunities to whether it's stage, whether it's film, things along
And
those
they allow
lines.
that for
And the
you.
other thing is I've been with them long enough that I have enough vacation time saved up that if I have to take several days in a row, I
Oh,
can do
really?
that too.
So, but you prepared yourself. So you're really dedicated to being an actor.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ooh, that's
We touch a little sensitive
that's the
bone there.
okay. Let's. That's an interesting question. I would love to do that. I know.
So what's holding you back?
It's the
confidence?
time. It's
Is it
not
the confidence
I don't
of
think
yourself?
I don't think it's the confidence in myself. I'm pretty sure that if someone gave me the opportunity, I could give them what they wanted. It's the.
Depending on what the opportunity
Yeah,
is.
it depends on what there is that. I
can
have
take it from there.
I have friends who are doing that, trying to be an actor 100% of the time, and I totally
Get it.
get it. But seeing what they have to do, I'm not to that point yet that I can dedicate that
Like
much
yourself
time.
to that, yes.
Yeah, and I think that's what it is. It's just having that dedication
I think
because
it's
it's a totally secondary, and we're talking about it's a secondary job, full-time job, just to audition, not even
Oh, I
guaranteeing
know all about
to get
audition.
the yeah,
Oh.
not even guaranteeing to get the role. So you're spending 20, 40 hours a week going to auditions and hoping to get that next call.
Absolutely. But also when you go to the audition, you want to try to be like the part. And I've always said to most people that go into auditions, just be you. Read the part, see what the part
Yeah.
is, obviously. That's what, your angle. And walk in and do that. Don't try to sort of overdo it or underdo it. Just be more, I think, be more of yourself. The producers and directors like.
Yeah, and I'll be honest, stage auditions for stage productions a lot easier than film, because I think stage auditions they're a little more flexible
was
in
gonna say
what
that,
you could
yeah.
possibly look like. Film, you give them a picture, you better look like that picture when you show up, sort of situation. As you know, you commented, had blue hair, blue face,
You blew everything.
all sort of situation like that.
Yeah.
I'm willing to shave, I'm willing to color my hair for whatever is necessary, and it's easier to kind of explain that
No,
on
I
stage.
like your
But
hair right now. You kind of got it all pushed up here somewhere.
oh yeah, this is my it's my
What is
normal
this called?
pump. It's a pompadour.
It's a pompadour.
Yeah, it's not as tall as it has been in the past, but it's pretty much
Pompadour,
been.
you should be in Paris, my dear.
Yeah. But no, it's been my signature hairstyle for
Many years?
Yeah, probably about a good 15,
Do
16
you
years
think
now.
it's helped you?
I think it's helped me have a signature look.
Look.
But the funny thing is, I've been cast because specifically. I've gone up to directors like, hey, how do you want my hair in this? And they look at me, and they'll look at me and goes, well, we want your hair.
We like your hair.
We
That's
like
why
your
we've
hair and
chosen
everything."
you.
I kind of did the same thing with Ronnie when I got into Death Club and everything. I was like, Ronnie, you need me to change my facial hair or
So, no,
change
that's
my
why we
hair? He was
chose
like,
you.
no, I loved your look. So yeah, the look has helped, but once again, I'm willing to be flexible and versatile because sometimes I've had to be completely clean shaven. Sometimes I've had to do a comb over. There was one play I was in, the producers, where I played 6 different parts, and my hair had to go from like this pomp to a comb over, back to a pomp, then to something else later on. My hair,
How cool, though.
my hair hated me after that
I bet it did.
run. But
So what are you doing to me? Mickey, take me out of this.
yeah.
Okay, how can anybody reach you and how can they get hold of you? Do you have an agent? What do you have?
I don't have an agent yet. I put some feelers out there, but it's once again I don't have enough film credits for agents.
Oh, you have enough. Come on, you have
I
enough.
have one, and then a
I
couple
don't
of minor
care.
films.
That's
Sort of
fine.
But
You gotta
agencies
start somewhere.
I know you got it, but the agencies want you to have that long line. So it's I'm
Sometimes
slowly.
they don't. This day and age, you don't have to have all that.
That is true.
No. And you've
But
got a lot of stage.
from what I've seen lately, you do have it.
Oh.
Need it. So
Well, then
like I
I'm
said,
gonna- I'm
I put
out.
out feelers. I have a website. It's mickeyrourke78.wixsite.com/actor. It's a really long one. But you honestly, you can find me on Instagram at Captain Justin Case, CAPT
Captain Justin.
Justinkas.
There's nothing about Mickey Rourke there.
Well, Where? See, this is I have so many irons in the fire. Yes, I'm a stage actor. Yes, I'm Mickey
I think
Rourke.
you
One
need
of
to
the
get
things.
those irons all put
All
together
put
into one.
Yeah, I need
and
to just I can't
like
do
you
MickeyRourke.com. He has his own
you
site.
present
That's just
yourself as you are.
yeah.
And then you need to put all this together.
Yeah. But
Okay.
aside from being actor, one of the things that I've done the most, and I'm extremely well known for here in Las Vegas, is I do play a pirate known as Captain Just in Case.
Captain Just
Yeah,
in
and I have two different groups that I do that with: Pirates of the Sea Monkey and Pirates in Technicolor.
And where is that?
That's here in Vegas. What we did, and unfortunately, it's been very slow since we've shut down. So now that we're kind of reopening, but prior to that, myself and my crew used to actually go to elementary schools and festivals and stuff, and we would teach children, elementary school children, the importance of reading, but
Okay.
with a pirate theme. Sort
With the
of
pirate thing. So that makes it a little bit more interesting.
exactly, and it was
So they get involved in sort of learning
exactly,
with
and
a
it's
story.
probably some of the most rewarding things I've ever done, because we've had kids who would run up to us if they see us in our pirate outfits years later and tell us about the books that they've read. Parents thanking us for getting their kids interested. I remember one festival I was at. This child came up to me, grabbed my hand, dragged me back to his parents, and then he pulled out this little like suitcase from under his table, opened it up, and just took out books. He was carrying around like 6 or 7 books with
Oh,
him.
how
And we started
sweet.
talking about his books, and his parents were like, why did my child just bring this random pirate to our table? And then the parents realized who I was. They were like, did you come to his school and this was like 2 or 3 years ago
Later, yes.
that I went to his school. I said, yeah, we did. He goes, we have to take him to the library weekly ever since you guys had that assembly, because he gets 6 or 7 books a week and just devours them and wants to go back. He's always carrying books around with him. So just hearing that kind of thing just
Yeah.
makes it all worth it
Absolutely.
when doing
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's because that's what I'm more known at. That's what a lot of my social media is
Well, you
built
and Johnny Depp.
around. Yeah. I was a pirate
Between the
before
two of
Johnny
us.
Depp. In my defense, I was a pirate before Johnny Depp.
There you go.
And if I had Disney behind
He's
me,
got-
I'd be just as popular.
This guy's it's like the missing link. He's Mickey Rourke and now he's Johnny Depp. I absolutely adored Mickey Rourke as an actor. I loved when he was very young, and he was always this sort of like, on the bicycles, this tearaway guy, and I just loved his acting. He's an amazing guy. Well, thank you, Mickey, for coming on. Absolutely amazing guy. Thank you for tuning in. Vegas Live with Ninon, and of course, don't forget to go to YouTube, and don't forget we have social media shows that actually produce us, and of course, Maria Pureza is my producer. We'll be right back with our next guest. You take care. Welcome back to Vegas Live with Ninon. I'm Ninon, your host. Oh, let's get that right. I have next to me Thelma.
Yes.
And then Thelma, obviously I don't know any of my guests. Majority of them I don't know unless they're recurring guests. So and the only thing I know about this gentleman is that he's an actor. You
Yes.
kind of look like an actor.
Thank you.
Yeah, you look good. How's it going?
I'm trying to do it. I'm new
What do you
in
mean?
the area
You're
here.
trying to do
I'm
it?
trying to get it together here in Las Vegas.
Oh, are you new to Vegas?
Yeah, I'm new to Vegas.
How long have you
And
been
so,
here?
For about 14 months.
14 months.
Yes.
Yeah, that is quite new.
Yeah.
And how's it going for you in the acting world? Are you get yourself in there?
Yes, I got myself in there
Yeah.
back in 2014.
Oh,
I actually went to school. I went to college and got my degree, my theater degree, and
Okay.
a degree in music.
yeah.
And I started doing stage productions as a live actor.
Well, they always say that if you've done the stage, it's very good because that gives you the creation and everything to be an actor.
Yes.
And does it? Has it?
Yes, it gave me the lessons and
Yeah.
it gave me the positivity.
Yeah.
So I've been working on that, on my craft throughout, and it's a life lesson.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I'm thinking I'm always learning as I go along.
How do you like it? How do you like acting? How do
I
you like
love
being
it.
someone else?
I love it. I love having a whole new personality and a whole new persona.
Yeah.
I love being someone else. And it's interesting being someone else because some parts that you do take, you wouldn't want to be that person.
You wouldn't.
Yes, you wouldn't want to be like in
So
some
would I have to
theater.
be like this the rest of
Yes,
my life?
yes,
No.
right. And you actually learn from it.
Yes.
That this is not the route that I would take. I wouldn't want to be this kind of person.
So in other words, you're telling me that you like being you.
Yes.
You love being you, but then you love playing these acting parts.
Right. I love the
How do you get
competition.
into that part? How do you get into what's your gimmick, or how do you get yourself into playing somebody not you?
I read over and over again. I got script
You read the
analysis.
part?
Yeah, I read the part, and I've got my script analysis going.
Yeah.
And sometimes I would go out and find a person, and mimic that person.
Really?
Like if I was a character from Alabama,
Yeah.
I would like to hear that accent
So
from
you want to
Alabama.
have so also you have to put that accent on as well.
Exactly.
So when you go into an audition, you are very well prepared for that particular part.
Exactly.
So you talk the talk, you look the look, and you do everything what they want.
That's right. That's right.
Do you think that's the reason why you get parts, or a lot of parts? Because it sounds like you get a lot of parts.
Yes, that is the reason why. Because it's study. It's mainly studying that character and bringing that character to life, and bringing him to the
amazing.
screen or to the stage. And I think that's my challenge. I challenge myself.
Challenge yourself to
Yeah,
get
to,
up
to,
there.
to get up there.
But you seem to be dedicated to being an actor. You seem to like to be an actor, and
I
you
am.
like to do all that. How long have you been an actor?
It's 13, so that's about 10,
10 years.
11 years.
10,
yes.
11 years,
Yes.
and you like it. Do you do anything else at the moment? Obviously, maybe you have to, or you don't.
I sing. I love musicals.
Oh, singer as well. Well, you're in the
Yes.
right town to be a
Thank
singer.
you.
That's for sure.
Thank
Wait,
you.
do you sing anywhere we know in town?
I would sing, if I had the
So he
opportunity.
needs you need.
Yeah, anybody needs me in
What sort
Somo,
of songs do you sing? What do you?
I can sing just about anything. Yes, I can sing country western.
Yeah, okay.
I can sing "Perfect" by Ed Sheeran.
All right,
That's my
let's hear
country
it.
western. I found the love for me, darling. Just dive right in, follow my lead. I found a girl, beautiful and sweet. I never knew you were that someone waiting for me. We were just kids when we fell in love, not knowing what it was. I know you'll be alright this time.
How beautiful that is. Now there's a reason he kept looking over there, because his wife is over there, so he's kind of singing to her. You won't know why. Did I get that right?
Yes, I had to find
You had to find her in the crowd out there, but she
Yes.
is out there.
Right.
And isn't that beautiful? You know, I love it when a singer, and you ask them to sing and they sing right on the spot. That's a true singer.
You know something about that is my sister.
Okay.
She lives in Sacramento, and she told me, she said, if you're going to be professional, when somebody says it's time to sing, you better sing. And that was years
And
ago.
is
I
she a
must have been
singer?
a kid. No, she's not.
She's
not.
not.
a
That was
singer.
just good advice.
That's good advice. Yeah, that was good advice.
That is cool. That is
Yeah.
wonderful.
Thank you.
So you're looking for some work here as a singer.
Yes.
How do you figure to find out, or how can you get work here as coming into this town, not really new, and what are you doing about it? How are you
I have to
getting that?
network myself.
You're going to network yourself.
Yeah, network myself and find a group. And I've been in several bands on the side of acting, so I have to establish a band.
Yeah, you've got to
That's
establish
what
a band, or you've got
yes.
to establish yourself or something.
Yeah,
No,
myself
I have to
to-
say that this
yeah.
gentleman walked into the back door here at the Siena Trattoria restaurant, Italian restaurant, and I thought he was on our set, on our show, and he said, no, he's not. And I said, well, would you like to? So you are now networking yourself. You are
Yes.
now all over the world.
Thank
You are everywhere, so you might get a job in China. I don't know.
Right.
Who knows what's going to happen?
You need
I
my
don't know.
email?
you can.
It's Anselmo, Anselmo 9857 at gmail.com.
Anselmo is Anselmo's an unusual name.
Anselmo is an unusual name because I have to live its meaning. Anselmo.
What is the meaning?
Anselmo means the saint.
Well, I don't know if he's
So I've
saint
been.
or not.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying I have to walk the walk. I have to walk that
Let's not
walk.
step too deep into
Right.
this saint thing.
Exactly. And I want to make my uncle proud.
Yeah,
It's my
who's your
namesake.
It's your
Uncle
namesake.
Anselmo, my
Anselmo.
father's brother.
Anselmo,
And I want to
so
make him
proud.
make
Well,
him proud.
you can tell him now that you've been on internet TV.
Yes.
And you're going to get a lot of people seeing you out there because we are worldwide. We're on
Yes.
Facebook. We're obviously got our own YouTube. We're on the Instagram. We're on everywhere. You name it, we're on it. So
Yes.
you are now worldwide. But never mind the worldwide part. He needs work in Vegas.
Yes.
As a singer, as an actor, do you have to have an agency to become an actor, or do you know all the people yet?
I need some agencies.
You need some agencies, so he needs an agent and everything else. And
Right.
again, how can they get directly to you?
They can get me by email or my phone number. My phone number is 209-990-7720. And my email, once again, is Anselmo9857 at gmail.com.
Now, did your wife, or does your wife, mind you giving your phone number out there?
No, she's not a jealous person at all.
Okay, so we'll just straighten that out. But ladies out
Yeah.
there, he is taken 100%, so
Right.
there's no chance there. But as an acting job and commercials or whatever out there, he's ready, willing, and able. And it looks like you'd be pretty prompt. It looks like you would come up for that part,
Yes,
and you would.
and I'm ready.
And he's ready, isn't that
I'm
wonderful?
ready.
Well, thank you.
I wake
again.
up ready.
He wakes up ready. Ready, willing, and able. I
Yes.
love it. Absolutely. You have to be. You never know what the part's going to be. It could be playing it at night, it could be playing in the morning, who knows. When you're an actor, your part is chosen and you just arrive whenever they want you. And it is when they want you, not
Yes.
when you want to be there.
That's right. That's it.
Thank you so much. As you know, we're filming in this new restaurant, Siena Trattoria Italian restaurant, and it's on Sahara, 9500 actually. They have a fabulous happy hour, 3 to 7, and they've also got the regular menu in the bar. We'll be right back with our next guest. We've been pretty busy today, and it's been absolutely fabulous. I have an amazing guest coming up next. I don't even know who it is.
And
We'll
I
find
wanna
out soon.
Thank you so much for having me. on your
Absolutely,
show. I
absolutely.
really
Well,
appreciate
this
you.
is what we do.
Okay.
We get you out there.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank
You
you
take
so
care.
much. You're
Thank you.
welcome.
We'll be
Bye.
back. Welcome back to Ninon Live. Actually, it's for True IQ.
True IQ.
True. What is? And we have George with us. George Miklos.
Miklos.
And George Miklos is part of this True IQ. So am I part of it because I happen to love IQ and I love True. Two names together.
That's it.
How did they come up with such a great name?
I don't know how they did it, but it's
They must be
perfect.
quite brainy back there.
True and IQ.
Yeah, there you go. It's amazing. And you are one of the, George, that represents this company and very much involved in it. What's going on? How's it
Well,
going?
I will tell you, this company's been around, started during the pandemic of all
Yes,
times
of,
to do
the
that.
worst time to start
Of
something.
course.
I mean,
But within a couple of years, they've grown. They're based out of Salt Lake City, so it's not far from us in Vegas. But the products are fantastic, and
they're
you're familiar
amazing.
with them.
Yes, I am. We're going to show you them in a
Yes.
second. And
Yeah.
don't they also have the farm up there for everything, for all the
The fact that you
cannabis,
brought
the
that up
factory?
is
Yeah.
that in the next couple of weeks, all the people that are involved are invited to go up to Salt Lake City or just south of it. They own 300 acres there. They use about 30 acres to plant the hemp, the marijuana. And yes, they do. It is marijuana, but they have a process that takes the THC out.
THC, because this doesn't have THC in it,
Right,
obviously.
right.
And we're going to show you in a second what it really is. But the reason we don't have the THC is you don't get high on any of this. This is more for medical reasons.
Correct.
This is,
The mainstay of the company, the flagship product, and Ninon's getting it out now, is the drops. It has 4 different types of CBD. It's not just CBD. I didn't know that either. It's CBD, CBN, CBX, and CBC. It's a liquid, and you just squeeze the dropper, open it up, and take a little drop. This one's got a little bit left in it.
well, we
I don't know if
purposely
you
have
want
nothing in it. I don't want it all over the floor.
Right, you just do that every morning. It is known to help people with arthritis, high blood pressure, lowering the numbers for diabetes, used for general health, which is what I use it for. I've been pretty lucky. My health is pretty good, but I use it to just kind of, like that, knock on wood. But it's a very good product. It helps with depression and anxiety.
Absolutely, but CBDX4 has got all the 4 components. That's why it's called the 4. It's got all these components in it. Now, when you take this, when you take a pill prescribed by the doctor, it is for a certain part of the body. When you take this, it kind of goes through the whole body.
Everywhere.
So it goes through. So if you might have a pain in your left side, or you might have whatever your problem is, but it also is going to take care of everything else in your body because it doesn't go to any particular place. And the reason I know this is because I had fungus on my toenails, and I don't have that anymore. And it's not true. It's because of it attacks it cleans your system like.
It helps with toothaches, believe it or not. You can take a little bit and put it
Oh,
on a
I
tooth
know that because
that's
I had a bad
infected.
tooth. I had a bad tooth, and what I would do, I can never open these
Yeah,
things.
it's kind of a...
Yeah, yes. What I would do, I would drip this into my tooth, and it took all the pain away within seconds.
It's incredible. The world is now going towards holistic medicine.
Yes,
My mother was a doctor, and doctors were trained with prescription medication and drugs. Nowadays, we're finding out that CBD and all these other natural remedies can help. It's the same thing almost.
Wait a second. Many years ago in the 1800s, it was one of China's greatest medications in the entire world.
It's been around for centuries.
And then they took it off. They took the legalization off, and now they're trying to get it back on in the United States.
Right.
But a lot of states in America actually legally they sell it, whether it's full marijuana or whether it's what we're talking about, which is cannabis.
Right. Well, like here in Nevada, we have dispensaries now.
Yes.
You can go in and buy CBD oil
Yeah.
in these stores.
Anywhere you want.
But no one has 4 different CBD strains in their product like we do.
We're going to go to the body lotion,
Oh.
which has got collagen. It says plus
I
collagen
know
in
you
it.
like collagen, and I do too. I've been
I
using
love this. This is
There is
see if
some
I
in
can
there.
undo it for
There
you.
sure is.
There is. That's the cream. I put this. I don't know where it's supposed to go, but I put this on my face every
Anywhere.
night.
You can
every
use it
night.
anywhere on your
So
body.
you can use it anywhere on your body, and the skin absorbs it. And to me, just the word collagen, you know, when you get older, is like it's going to disappear. Well, it does.
It's like a magic fountain. Well, I would tell you, my experience now with this, I was never a big fan of products like this, health and wellness. I would always yawn, okay,
Yeah.
but I have one.
Yes.
You know, when I went back to work for the NFL for the Pro Bowl in February, I had sat around for 2 years and ended up weighing 285 pounds. Well, I ended up starting taking the CBX4 and another product that we'll show you in a second, but I've lost 30 pounds in the last 2.5 months.
That's all it took you.
All because of this True IQ. And
But
I'm
you
not one of
take
those
it, but you
guys.
take it every day.
Every day.
Every day. you
Every
take-
day.
Well, I've got the CBX body lotion, and that's another lotion you can put on your skin or anywhere you would like to. put.
If you have any pains, aches and pains in your knees, your thigh, your elbows, anywhere,
Is this what you're talking about?
this is the micro. This
the
is
micro.
the diet.
This is the
A
micro.
lot of times when you buy diet pills or take a product, you get the jitters, or you sweat, or you can't sleep. This, I eat in the morning, I take 2 after that, and then
Do you have to eat first?
Yes.
Yes. Always advisable when you're taking any
take
diet,
some, right.
any diet thing you take is to eat first.
But I don't get
Which
hungry
is-
in the day.
It's so funny because you're saying you're taking a diet pill and they say eat first, so it's like contradicting.
Isn't that funny?
but that's what you
You
do.
got to
with
eat
most
first
pills.
before you take it.
But it doesn't mean that you have to have 6 eggs and 10 layers of
Right.
bacon and pile of toast.
And I don't shake. There's no
Got no
adverse
shaking.
effects to it at all. You just don't eat.
So
And it-
now we've got a couple more things.
Oh yes, the mist. If you don't have availability, you're on the road or on the run.
You've got a body mist.
And
here.
yes, you don't have the drops. You can just spray this.
Ooh.
Yeah, there. I was like, what was it?
Well, that's
Yeah, you
that-
just rub it in.
that
Again, the microphone.
is well again.
It is. The microphone's actually happy.
Yeah, he's really quite happy. Just said he's happy. This is
This
quite-
stuff works. I'm telling you, I've never in my life ever, backed a product in my life like this. I never had any type of results
No.
until this. So
You
now
never
I'm a
even
big-
realised that you could do. Mostly these things are for women, but this is for anybody. Children,
Right.
if a child has asthma or has all these different things, the CBD4 is really, really good for
Well, I
children.
know you've met Jason, the owner.
Yes, I have met
And he
Jason.
had his children were autistic,
Yes,
and he started giving the drops to them,
yes.
and it helped calm them down
Yeah.
and help them focused for school. And now his oldest is in the military.
Oh my
Things,
goodness.
this stuff works, and he had his own health issues, and it's changed his
It's changed
life.
his life. Yeah.
And I'm telling you, this is something
Well,
that
actually, I'm 110, and look at.
look at that, beautiful. My goodness. But I'll tell you,
I am old though.
if you want the product, just go to 200269.trueiqglobal.com. That's the website, and it'll be on her website. You just go there. They have all these products listed, all the
And
prices.
that's that one.
You can
But
get a better deal if you join the company. As a customer, you get great deals. So that's what I would do.
I've got all these piled up here. Now,
Yes.
we've got this. This is another product.
That's the Silky Smooth,
This
which
is
I
the silky. Everybody loves this.
Yes.
This is one of those things. Silky smooth.
This is one of the products that I'm not as familiar with as the others. I use it.
because
the silky-
you're a male. maybe.
Yeah,
I
but-
think this is actually for both. But it's more females are more into all this and more they like. But also they have some the coins. What's going on?
The True,
The
believe it
tr-
or not,
Now, 'cause
everybody's into Bitcoin now. Well, this company, True IQ, has their own called
they have their
True
own Bitcoin.
Coin. Yes, I know that I have some True IQ coins. So does my wife. So
I
do
don't
you.
know, I think, do I have some now?
You do have some,
Oh,
but
good.
that's
I
part
didn't
of the
know.
business that I haven't really schooled myself on yet. With the True
But it's
IQ
Bitcoin.
coin.
You don't have
It is.
to. You don't have to because everybody loves Bitcoin.
Yes.
And you've got the two together, which I think is so modern
Right.
and so 2022
It's
is
never
where we
been
are.
done.
No, this has never been done. So this
Right.
is kind of a first. And I do believe that their Bitcoin is really underway now.
It is.
apparently.
I know that recently it has its ups and downs, but over time,
Yes.
we're going to all be using this cryptocurrency to buy things.
We're not saying our crypto coin is up and down. We're saying the crypto business out there in the world
Right.
is going up and down. You're buying it, you're selling it.
It's brand
whatever.
new, and you'll be able. People are buying.
And I think the
Businesses are taking them.
Yes, they are. And the reason businesses are starting to take is they're starting to understand it because nobody understands how it works.
Right, and I'm still having to school myself.
I'm schooling myself as well, but I happen to be, I remember reading about Bitcoin, and of course the British were the first to bring this silly thing out, you know, this is typical British.
See that? I didn't know. I learned something.
Years ago, many, many years ago, they started this whole thing, but that's typical British because that's what they do. Crazy nuts. But they do. But now people begin, but the whole problem about Bitcoin and any of this coin business is that people don't understand it. So if you've got a little time, go into the computer and start reading and learning about it and what it's used for.
Some athletes, NFL players, are taking their pay
Yes.
in
Bitcoin.
cryptocurrency and
crypto,
Bitcoin. They're taking
Bitcoin.
their money. They're taking their paychecks now.
Yeah, they are. So as much as you and I, George and Ninon, might not know as much about it, but we probably know more than most people.
Right.
But at the meantime, this is what I really, really love. This True IQ is really something that is a little bit different because you've got 4 in 1. And when you've got 4 in 1 going into your body, and you can just take it, can you just take it in the morning? Can you also take it at night?
You can take it in the morning, you can take it
afternoon?
midday, you can take it at night. Now, some people, I guess, from understand, if you have some serious issues or ongoing issues such as depression or autism or anxiety, you can take it 2-3 times a day.
Yeah, well,
you're
it's not
never
gonna
going to
hurt you.
you're not going to OD on
Never
it
gonna-
at all.
No.
At all. This is something you can take.
And you're not
all the
going to get
time.
high on it either.
No.
So just remember that. 'Cause
So if you're
everybody-
good, if you're worried about the THC part,
It's not
nothing.
in there, so it's really absolutely amazing. And if I don't go to doctors and I don't do any of that stuff, never have. My mother brought me up that way because she never went to a doctor.
Right.
My mum and dad never went to doctors. I mean, she had 5 children. I think she had 3 of those at home.
well, I think it's amazing
Yeah,
that
yeah, so-
that you have good genes
Yeah, I
and you
have
live a
great
healthy
genes.
lifestyle.
Yes, well, only because we wouldn't go to doctors, we wouldn't take pills, and we never. So
And that's why.
I like this. Yeah, that's why we're feeling good. Not that I'm knocking doctors out there; they're fabulous. There's
Right.
great ones.
My mother
out
was
there.
one, so I
Yeah.
do appreciate the
Yeah,
medical
yeah, we
field.
understand that, but at the same time, if we can take this shortcut in getting rid of all these pains and little things that come along, especially when you get older, you know.
Well, today's world's more open now to
Yes.
holistic medicine.
Yes,
and
holistic
stuff
is really
like
coming
it.
into the world.
So that's a good thing.
So how can they get hold of it again?
Again, you can go to 200269.trueiqglobal.com. You can check out all the products. If you feel like you want to try it out, just go to the website and try it out. Purchase a product. I recommend the CBX4 and the Micro,
In the micro.
only because I personally know about the diet pills.
I know he's lost his tummy because I know,
Yes.
I can see, I can.
30
this is-
pounds, I feel
Yeah.
good.
Doesn't
I
it
have a
make you feel
birthday coming
wonderful?
up in 19 days.
Well, I have a birthday coming up, June 19th. It's
That's
my
right,
birthday.
and mine's the 20th.
And yours is the 20th. So you and I, we're going to be celebrating.
Yes, we are. I know we will be. And
we'll definitely have to have dinner together.
yes, that's already planned. Some
yes,
point.
that's obviously
Even-
with your wife.
yes.
I mean,
Of course, that's the only reason I'm around is because of my wife. Ninon and my wife hit it off
Yeah, I love
beautifully
his
with
wife.
Maria.
yeah,
Everything's
and Maria
great.
as well is absolutely amazing. Well, thank you for watching. This has been amazing, and I just love it. This
I will
is
see you again,
incredible.
Ninon, I'm
We'll
sure.
see you again soon, and don't forget, True IQ is where you should go. Take care.